Kids are super amazing. Just received this little picture from my 2-year-old. And that inspired me to talk about courage. Well, nothing related to this picture, but the topic of kids are amazing. And I really want that every kid has, has the possibility to get the best possible experience from their parents so that they create an amazing world. So today I want to talk about courage. Courage, in my opinion, is often misinterpreted, and the definition of courage and usage of emotions linked to courage are often misinterpreted and misused by the parents. And I think it's super critical that parents do use courage correctly and consciously of the potential outcomes depending on how you use courage and how you encourage your children. So courage is super important. Recently I was reading a book written by Brandon Burchard. The book is called Habits of High Performance. And actually courage is one of the habits, one of the 6-7 habits that he suggests are key to high performance. And I think parents can cultivate the right type of courage in kids. So often the misinterpretation is that people think that the courage is basically overcoming fear. It's partially true, but it's not complete. Courage is a lot more than that. And, if you use only this definition that courage is overcoming fear, then we could get into some trouble, which I will explain you a story about a trouble that I experienced when I was a teen. So one day, I think we went to some sort of a camp or something like that. It was probably 13, 14. I think it was 13 or so. And the camp was kind of a building, a few floors, maybe 3 or 4 floors. And there was a kid who apparently was displaying an act of courage with clear intention to gain acceptance, and went up to the floor of the building and started to say messages. And what I remember clearly was that the guy was on top of the building and was displaying, hey, I'm super courageous, look at me, and all that. And the story didn't end well. These days I remember that story, and while I was reading Brandon's book, and I realized how important it is to know clearly what is courage. Quite possibly that kid who displayed that act of courage was possibly influenced by the parents' behavior or usage of courage. What I see often parents do, and I think wrongly, is that you praise their kids with saying things like, hey, so nice, you jumped from the armchair, you're so courageous, well done. Or maybe climbing a little staircase for the first time and saying, hey, super courageous, well done. I think is the wrong type of approach, because yes, the children do overcome fear. That is good in itself, but courage is a lot more than that. And experts say actually that courage is a determined action in a risky, fearful situation of adversity, but it is with positive outcome. It has to have a positive outcome on others, on yourself, but definitely positive outcome is the key in this situation. And I think that's super important to encourage our kids with the message, for them to know that courage is yes, when you overcome fear and do something, but the outcome is super good. So for example, if you jump from that armchair, okay, what's the outcome? Or you could say that the outcome is that you did it in a safe way and you landed safely and you consciously did it to experience your improvement in being able to jump from the chair. I think if we say it that way and emphasize the positive outcome, I think then the children would have the right understanding of what courage is and will not end up displaying courage on top of a building with the hope to gain acceptance around their teen peer group. So my question would be, how would you like your kid to display or experience courage? And what can you do today? Maybe differently. If you like that kind of stories, advices, thoughts, combination of science, behavior science, and books that we read and research about, we do share this kind of tips weekly. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you get those weekly videos. And if you think that this could be useful to someone who you know, feel free to share. We love to see as many parents as possible, to know as many as possible good parenting tips. And so please share with a friend who you might find it useful, and comment down there what else you would like to hear about, or what's your experience when it comes to courage. Cheers, have a good day.